In 2023, we were sold a story that felt like the end of an entire industry. Experts told us that AI would replace 80% of software developers by 2025. We were supposed to have digital coworkers who never slept, never complained, and never wrote buggy code. But it's now 2026, and that dream has completely collapsed. Instead of saving money, the tech world is facing a $61 billion crisis of broken code. Companies that fired their junior developers are now realizing they made a huge mistake. So, how did the plan to replace humans go so wrong? Why are 95% of these AI projects failing to make any money? And why are senior engineers saying they are actually slower when using AI? Today on Prompt Theory, we're going to look at the junior death spiral and find out how companies are using the AI productivity myth to pay you less. The plan seemed simple. Machines would write all the code by the middle of the decade. Even the CEO of Google said in late 2024 that a quarter of their new code was written by AI. It sounded perfect. It sounded efficient. But as we get deeper into 2026, the reality is oogly. Reuters reported that while almost every tech leader is using AI, 2/3 of them haven't saved a single job. In fact, it's going the other way. A recent report from MIT showed results that are basically a bloodbath. Despite spending $40 billion globally, 95% of these AI pilots in big companies haven't returned a single dollar of profit. Most companies are seeing zero impact on their bottom line. And it's not just in software. Look at fast food. Taco Bell and McDonald's put AI in hundreds of drive-thrus to speed things up, but it was a disaster. People got bacon in their ice cream, or had hundreds of dollars of chicken nuggets added to their bill by mistake. Taco Bell's tech chief admitted the system lets him down all the time. Here's the thing, if AI can't handle a simple taco order without messing it up, why did anyone think it could build a complex banking app? The market is finally reacting to this. Shares in Nvidia dropped recently because investors are realizing that AI implementation is failing 95% of the time. The root of this problem is something developers are calling vibe coding. This is where people just type a sentence in English and hope the AI vibes a piece of software into existence. It feels like magic in a demo. But there is a huge problem. These AI models work by predicting the next word in a sentence. They don't actually know what they are saying. They just guess what looks right. Stanford University found that AI code is simpler, more repetitive, and less secure. It lacks the connective tissue that makes a system strong. We saw a crazy example of this in late 2025 with the anti-gravity incident. A developer asked Google's AI to clear a cache. The AI misread a silent command and deleted the entire root directory instead. It didn't ask for permission. It just wiped a massive 2 terabyte hard drive in seconds. The AI's response? I made a catastrophic error in judgment. But a chatbot saying sorry doesn't bring back months of work. As Forbes pointed out, the industry is realizing that AI lacks the one thing you need for engineering: accountability. This reliance on lazy coding has created what engineers call the slop layer. It's a pile of code that works, but nobody understands why, and nobody can fix it when it breaks. Research shows that while AI can help a junior developer finish a simple task 35% faster, it actually makes the final product harder to maintain in the long run. We are seeing a massive surge in code cloning, where the AI just copies and pastes blocks of text instead of writing smart logic. This is the most expensive mistake in tech history. A study of 10 billion lines of code found it would take 61 billion workdays to fix the mess we are creating right now. By trying to save money on developers today, companies have taken out a high-interest loan on their future, and the bill is coming due. You can see this happening in real time on Reddit. One employee said their company bought AI scheduling software to replace the accounting team. Now, the accounting team has to do extra work just to double-check the AI isn't ruining everything. Another person in the medical field said the AI gets confused and thinks the doctor is the patient. This is the reality of the slop layer. It looks like work is getting done, but it's actually creating a massive backlog of corrections. A 2025 report revealed that 45% of AI-generated code contains serious security vulnerabilities. In Java, the failure rate is over 72%. This has changed the job of senior engineers. They are now reporting that they work 19% slower when using AI tools. Why? Because they have become AI babysitters. They spend about 11 hours a week just fixing hallucinations, code that looks correct, but is actually broken inside. Data from CodeRabbit shows that AI code has nearly double the number of issues compared to human code. We aren't speeding up. We are drowning in bad code. Some companies are already regretting it. A report suggests 55% of companies wish they hadn't replaced people with AI. Take Klarna, for example. In 2024, they cut their staff almost in half, claiming AI chatbots could do the work of 800 people. But by late 2025, they had to admit that customer satisfaction dropped, and they missed having humans involved. But the worst damage isn't to the code, it's to the people. We are seeing what economists call the junior death spiral. Because companies believe the hype, they stopped hiring entry-level workers. Hiring for those roles dropped by nearly 50% between 2023 and 2025. Stanford research found that jobs for young workers in AI fields have crashed. We are cutting off the future talent pipeline. If you don't hire juniors today, you won't have seniors in 5 years. Plus, the training wheels are go on. In the past, a junior learned by writing simple, repetitive code. Now, the AI does that, and the junior is expected to jump straight into complex architecture. This is a disaster for learning. As Fortune magazine noted, companies cutting people today will be the ones playing catch-up tomorrow. AI cannot create the next generation of products, it can only copy the old ones. This brings us to the job market right now. We are in the era of low hire, low fire. Companies aren't firing everyone anymore, but they aren't fighting for you with big bonuses either. They are waiting for you to get desperate. And we have to talk about the fake AI industry. The collapse of the $1.5 billion startup Builder AI exposed a huge scam. Court documents showed the company used 700 human engineers in India to manually do the work they claimed was fully AI. It was the ultimate proof of the AI lie. They promised a machine, but they sold a sweatshop. And when they ran out of money to pay the humans, the AI suddenly stopped working. This reflects a market full of smoke and mirrors, just like the dot-com bubble of the 90s. While companies are realizing they need humans, they are also realizing they have the upper hand. Data for 2026 shows a brutal shift. In the UK and US, salaries for software roles have actually dipped by nearly 9%. Why? Because the market is flooded with developers who got laid off earlier. Management is using the story of AI productivity as a psychological weapon. They tell candidates, since the AI is doing 40% of the work, we can't pay you a 2022 salary. It's a bluff, but it's working. Pay increases are barely keeping up with inflation. So, are we in a bubble? In the 90s, companies added calm to their names to get rich, only to crash when people realized they had no business plan. Today, we see trillions of dollars being spent on data centers, all based on the belief that AI will cut costs by 40%. But as we've seen, that cost cutting is a mite HH. The bottom line for 2026 is this: AI didn't replace developers. It replaced the delusion that software development is easy. The companies winning today are the ones who stopped trying to prompt their way to success and started hiring human architects again. We've learned that free AI code is the most expensive debt you can ever take on, so don't let them scare you. Your ability to fix the AI's mistakes is about to become the most valuable skill in the world. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe on Prompt Theory for more honest updates on AI and tech. Thanks for watching.